Good morning. It's Monday morning and it is now, well, it's 5:45 in the morning. I've had about 3.5 hours sleep again. I am less than a week into medication for ADHD, newly diagnosed, having my eyes opened every single day with things that I'm learning, and by goodness, it's a massive learning curve. I wanted to talk firstly about ADHD and alcohol dependency, addictions. This has been, I think, the biggest one for me, and it was also the biggest hope for me. As I've stated before, I've had an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. I would say I have been a functioning alcoholic for at least 4 years. I've never been the sort of person to get out of bed, roll out of bed in the morning and need alcohol, but the head fuck to realise that when I depend on alcohol is when my dopamine levels have hit rock bottom, after I've managed to mask and go about my day as a neurotypical, I guess. And then by that time in the evening, I'm spent and I have lent on alcohol as a crutch. That's what I had hoped, and I hoped that the medication, so I did have high expectations of going on meds and hopefully finding that balance in my dopamine anyway. So last week I did 2 days on Elvance at 30 milligrams, and it was amazing. It truly was amazing, as I've documented. So I did the 2 days, and then I was going to my girlfriend's, and on the Friday night I was so excited about having a drink with them. Now, I'll be honest with you, I could sing, well, before rehab I could have done 3 bottles of wine a night, until I was literally comatose, almost dead. And then, you know, in the more recent year or so, it's been 2 bottles-ish, you know. Not enough to knock me out, put it that way. It obviously kept me going, and my dopamine levels were where they needed to be. Anyway, Friday night, very excited about having a drink, because for those 2 nights last week, that's the first time in probably 2 years I haven't drunk at all. Yes, I think I was concerned that I might have a detoxing might be tough. I've been through that in rehab. I know what that feels like when your body is reliant on it. So I was a bit, but I was determined to kind of go, whatever it throws at me, I'm at home, I've got plenty of soft drinks to keep me going. And anyway, I didn't feel any effects from not drinking alcohol, which was fantastic. So there's a massive tick and a bonus. And then on Friday night, got to look at my friends and get the wine out. I cooked the dinner, and yeah, it was a good evening. And I woke up on Saturday morning and I felt shit. I felt like pants. And the minute I opened my eyes, I said, I'm not drinking tonight, because I was meant to have 2 nights where I wasn't going to take Elvance and I was going to drink. And I was still at my friend's house. And I didn't. I woke up and made that decision. I went, I felt better on my medication than I do trying to get that dopamine hit with alcohol. I think for the 2 years that I'd solidly been drinking in the evenings, I think my body had got so used to it, I didn't suffer hangovers. I felt nothing. And yet on Saturday morning, I felt like it's the first time I'd ever had alcohol. I felt absolutely rubbish. So it was a really exciting moment to go, I'm not drinking tonight. And I didn't. It was like, wow. So it definitely is a dopamine hit that I need, and Elvance is clearly going to do it. I'm not saying I'm not going to drink again, because I'm pretty sure I like wine. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a time where I'll go, okay, there's a party or something, and we'll see. I'll play it by ear, but this is my story so far. So the other things I wanted to jump on and say really was, I am today years old when I discovered that when everybody on TikTok and the internet talks about doom piles, I just thought it was a word, but it's actually an acronym for didn't organise, only moved. My life in a nutshell, really. And again, another wow moment. My house is full of doom spaces, and 10 minutes before somebody arrives, if I know people are coming, everything is doom piled and put away so I can't see it, so it's not there. So my main aim this week is to try and get the focus to organise my life, and I'm trying to work out ways in which I can do that. Now, another question, a question to the ADHD is out there. Is there, so can anybody else, or is it just me, that cannot use my calendar on my phone? By Christ, I've tried. My husband even set up like the family calendar, so I would always get the notifications from him. I just don't find it very friendly. And when I've tried to put something in there to alert me, it doesn't work. I don't do it right. So maybe that's happened once and I've just gone, no, it didn't work, I'm not doing it. And that's me. I kind of shut the door from it, move on. So is there an online calendar that is friendly for neurodiverse people? I hope there is. If there is, hit me with it. I would like to try an online calendar. I have this morning read a few things online. I've just ordered myself a whiteboard, a big magnetic whiteboard to go on my fridge. You know, my granddaughter lives by her daily calendar that's by the front door because she needs to know what her day looks like. I never thought that sort of thing would work for me, but I'm going to give it a try. No. I think that's about it, really. The alcohol thing, I have to write it all down, you see. I have all these things floating around in my head, and it's probably very common from all of you lot to sit down and then go, blank, what was I going to say? So yeah, I'm not up so early because I didn't sleep. I did have 3.5 hours sleep last night, but I think my cat woke me up by wanting to come in the bedroom, so I'm up now. And as per my psychiatrist's request, the earlier I'm up and take my medication, which I have to force myself to eat, which isn't easy, but I do it because I really want to feel okay. The earlier I'm up, then hopefully the earlier my brain will switch off, because I do find at the moment, less than a week in, that this stimulant really does keep me going till midnight, regardless of what time I take it, and then a little bit of time in bed to wind down, and I do manage to fall asleep, probably with some meditation or something like that, which I don't mind doing because I do find that super relaxing. Yeah, again, as always, many thanks to all of you sharing your stories, because every day is a school day, and these days my brain is so switched on with now how I work. I need to learn these new tools to be able to function better in my life, and that's my only goal, is to be a better me, in the sense that live in a way that's manageable, and that I can be proud of my house, and I can be proud of who I am and what I've achieved each day, rather than beating myself up because I've sat and crafted all day, made pom-poms or made macrame that I've only ever tried to sell once. But there you go. Hopefully that'll all come together at some point. So yeah, many thanks for listening, and I'll talk again soon. Bye bye for now.